What's up, guys? Welcome back to Gotians Games. Welcome back to another epicseven video, and in today's video we are going to have a little bit of a discussion because as you can see here on my screen is a new unit, a new ice unit named Luna. Well, I mean, Luna is available in the Korean version of the game, but not in the global version just yet. Now, here's the thing with Luna. People were expecting her to drop the last banner, but instead we got Kisei. So it's kind of interesting that, you know, a lot of people are expecting her to drop really soon. Now, here's the other problem. She is a limited character, so if you want to go on her and you're waiting for her, then I would consider to keep on waiting. Now, here's the thing here's, you know, where we come into the issue, because we just had a Ken rework. Now, a lot of times when there's reworks on characters and stuff like that, they then drop a banner on those characters. So, for example, we had a buff for Vildred, and then we had a Vildred banner. So now, I am expecting there to be a Ken banner next. Considering that we just had Kisei, which was a new character, it would only make sense that they would drop Ken as the next unit. Now, do I want Ken to be the next banner? Yes and no. Now, as you guys may know already from the channel, I'm a fan of Ken. I really like the character. I enjoy his set, especially since the rework happened. And I really enjoy using him a lot. Now, since I already have Ken, if they drop his banner, I would not be summoning on his banner. But that is not a bad thing. That's actually a good thing for me, because then that gives me time to save up for Luna. I'm sorry. Because Luna, you know, is a limited character. Ken is not. Ken is always in the general pool of units to pull from. So, as good as Ken has become with the rework, I would honestly say to skip the Ken banner if he does in fact drop next. I mean, as of this video, we will know pretty damn soon if Ken is the next unit they were putting, because the Kisei banner ends very soon. So, with that in consideration, let's take a look. Whoops, didn't mean to open that up. That was weird. Let's take a look at Luna and see what her skills are. So you can see the first skill there. It's called Infinity Slash. Stabs a random enemy. Damage dealt increases proportional to the number of attacks, and skill cooldown decreases by 1 to 3 turns. That sounds really good on paper. So damage dealt increases proportional to the number of attacks. So I'm wondering if there's another skill that increases the amount of attacks. Let's look at Dragon's Knight's Will is the next one. Increases attack and critical hit chance by 20% if the caster's health is more than 50%. Or increases defense and decreases chance of suffering a critical hit by 20% if the caster's health is less than 50%. That's a passive skill as her secondary ability. Let's look at the... Whoa, hold on a second. The skill enhance on that second one, +1 to all stats, +2 to all stats, +2 to all stats, +2 to all stats, +3 to all stats. So, skill enhancing her second skill will be incredible because it increases her stats tremendously. Let's look at her last skill here. Ragnar Spear. Soars into the air and hits the enemy with a spear with an 80% chance to decrease defense for 2 turns. Attacks with a more powerful element. Okay. That is her soul burning ability. Increases damage dealt when you use a soul burn. Takes 10 souls. And skill enhance +5% damage, +10% skill effect, +10% damage dealt, +10% skill effect, +10% damage dealt. So, you know, not too bad. I actually like the kit. Now, the only thing that's weird is like her basic, which is the Infinity Slash. Damage dealt increases proportional to the number of attacks. Stabs a random enemy, so you can't even... I would have to see her in action, because since she's not on global yet, I don't have a way to actually look at her without, you know, watching somebody else's video. But that sounds very weird, almost like you can't target. If you guys play the Korean version, is it Korean or Taiwanese? I always forget, but whatever. If you play the original version of the game, and you have Luna, does she just randomly attack? Like, you can't target, Or do you target and then she attacks somebody else on top of that? That, I'm very interested to see how that works. Now, like I said, she's a limited unit. So once she comes, she will not be added to the general pool of characters. So I want you guys to keep that in mind, like I said, because it is a huge deal, guys. It is a huge deal whenever a limited character drops, because it's one of those moments where it's like, okay, do I throw everything at this banner? Honestly, I would say yes, because limited unit means that you know, you have this one chance to pull them. Now, if it's like Diane's banner, then she will be the only character, the only 5-star character that would be on her banner. Because on Diane's banner, Diane was a limited unit, she was the only 5-star character on her banner, along with a 5-star artifact that went along with her. And while that's not necessarily a bad thing, because it does help the chances of getting that specific unit because it removes all the other ones, at the same time, it kind of sucks, because then it's like you don't have a chance of pulling any other 5-stars except her. Like I said, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but at the same time, it's not like the greatest thing ever. Now, will they have maybe a pity system? I don't know. For Diane's banner, they did, but it was bad. It was like you had to do 120 summons in order to do in order to get a guaranteed DN. That is a lot of summons, guys. That was way too much. It was honestly not worth 120 summons. That's for damn sure not worth 120 summons. I don't even know how many, like how much that translates to. 120 summons. So that's you gotta buy the pack 12 times, and then after buying the pack 12 times. So 950 times 12. I'm trying to do that in my head. Let's just say it's a lot. Let's just say it's a lot. That's a lot of Sky Stones, guys. But again, if they drop Ken first, that gives us a little bit of breathing room to pull Luna. Now, here's the other thing that some people have mentioned. I've seen it a couple places. They have mentioned that there might drop 2 banners. Somebody mentioned in one of my live streams. I've seen it on the Discord somewhere. You know, people are hoping that they drop 2 banners, one's Luna and one's Ken at the same time. Now, while I'm not opposed to that, I wouldn't necessarily be happy about that either, considering that I want to be able to save some gems. So that is the downside to that. I mean, there's a downside to everything, because you could honestly throw everything you have at a specific banner and not get the unit. It took me a long time to get Kisei. I did manage to get her, but it did take me a lot of summoning to get Kisei. So summon at your risk, guys. I really hope that one day they do implement a multi-system or multi-summon system where you do a multi, you're guaranteed a 4-star and up. I think that is something that's very needed in this game, and I'm really hoping that we get that one day, because then that would help tremendously, and people would be more willing to spend money to buy Sky Stones, because now you're guaranteeing us a 4-star and up. But until then, I mean, it is what it is, guys. Kisei's banner leaves us on the 9th, so by the time you watch this video, it might be gone. This video is being recorded and uploaded on the 8th, so as of the video, Kisei's banner is still here. We will know when or what we're getting on Wednesday the 9th. So until then, make sure you guys are hitting that like button, subscribing if you guys are new, and let me know what your hopes are. Do you hope they drop the Ken banner and then the Luna banner? Do you hope that they drop both at the same time? Let me know down in the comment section below. I love having those conversations with you guys, because honestly, that's what's more important, is that we have conversations. So until then, I will catch you all later. Peace out, guys.